This is a whole load of bullshit. Cut that off. I hate this. I hate this, bro. With a burning passion, I don't want to play this. Fucking A. I can't even see chat. Hold up. Mace, he said he's done. Goodness. I swear, all the streamers I watch stream at like 1 to 5 a.m. Yo, let's go. Nice, how's it going? Got the hat on flexing. I got jump scared once in the game and got terrified of it. Mira, I'm sorry. I am streaming so late. You can tell I am tired as well. I don't want to be up, but Dark's all like, hey, finish this game. And I'm like, you know what? Good point. I could try finishing it tonight or I suffer like the rest. Mitch Connor, how are you? Bob, how are you? How are all y'all? Yeah, all all of you tonight. Mitch Connor said, nothing much. That's what's up. Let's not lie. We all owls at this point being up to slate. Yeah. And you know what? It's rough, bro. Let me tell you, it's rough. I'm gonna just say fuck it right there. Ah. All right. Let's get on with the actual intro. What to do, YouTube? Now let me stop. What's daylight? Never seen that. I 1v3'd my friends yesterday in a game. I won. I don't know how, but yeah. Let's go. So some news that came up with my PlayStation, right? Um there will no longer be like, PlayStation streams for the time being. Let me turn this down for a second. For the time being, there will not be any more like, Black Flag, Far Cry, Dead Rising, Call of Duty, games like those that, I play sometimes in like some of the story games that I play. Because my PlayStation is currently bugging out and it is like broken in a sense. So I have to go buy myself a new PlayStation. I'm probably just gonna save it to just go get the PlayStation 5. That's just the best answer here. But yeah. Fuck, bro. I forgot how stressful this game is. Alright. Wrong one. Fuck you, dude. I'm okay. I've had an emotional drain day. Wasn't feeling good, but I said to myself, nah. And I pushed myself to be productive. Oh no, I remember this. This game is probably the scariest to me. People say Help Wanted is. Help Wanted, hell no. But you can easily expect the jump scare. And say, yeah, for real. This game makes you listen to the events, and it's not even fair sometimes, it sounds like. Oh, dude, this fucker moves so fast. Am I not doing this shit right? Because clearly not. Clearly not. Bro, I'm trying. I'm dead. He's behind me too.
How can I resist a promise such as this?
Fuck. Yo, Bob. Bob. The delay, bro. The split second delay, bro. I'm hearing just everything, bro.
easier than I thought it would be.
If I ever stream again, I might do a bunch of horror games late at night. This is just terrible, bro. It's low key like bro. Horror. You motherfuckers.
It feels like home.
Fascinating. What they have become.
That was definitely from the right side. If I get jump scared right here, this is so bullshit. This is so bullshit, bro.
I always come back.
Because you hear them from the right side, and they're coming at the left side as well. What am I supposed to do? I also come back. Pause. Fuck this, bro. I am looking up how to beat this game. Like, bro, what am I supposed to be listening for? Like, truly.
If you've been finding the Five Nights at Freddy's
Goodness, bro. Which one is Weepy? Just look to the left if you hear him to your right, I guess. Bro, I don't know. Weepy is music, man. That's crazy. Alright, bro. Let's try this bullshit again.
You may not recognize me at first, but I assure you, that's still me.
I'm fucked. They're in both.
Where are you?
Fuck.
How can I resist a promise such as this?
Fuck.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Oh my gosh. Oh
You
my
played right
gosh.
into our hands. Did you
Oh
really
my
think that this
gosh.
job just fell out of the sky for you?
Let's fucking go, bro.
No,
Let's
this
fucking
was a
go.
gift for
Yeah.
us.
Yes,
You gathered them
bro.
all together in
Yes.
one place, just like he
Oh
asked
my
you to.
goodness, bro.
All of those little souls in one place,
Let's
just for
fucking
us.
go, bro. Check
A
DMs real quick. Hold
gift.
up, bro. Nice job. Thank you,
Now we
Bob.
can do what we were
Thank you,
created to do
bro.
and be complete. I will make you proud, Daddy.
Oh my
Watch,
goodness.
listen, and be full.
Connection terminated. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Elizabeth. If you still even remember that name. But I'm afraid you've been misinformed.
Thank
You
you,
are not here
Mira.
to receive a gift.
Wait.
Nor
Just
have you
call
been
someone
called
daddy.
here by
Pause.
the individual you assume, although you have
Have
indeed been called. You have all been called here, into a labyrinth of sounds and smells, misdirection, and misfortune. A labyrinth with no exit, a maze with no prize. You don't even realize that you are trapped. Your lust for blood has driven you in endless circles, chasing the cries of children in some unseen chamber, always seeming so near, yet somehow out of reach. But you will never find them. None of you will. This is where your story ends. And to you, my brave volunteer, who somehow found this job listing not intended for you. Although there was a way out planned for you, I have a feeling that's not what you want. I have a feeling that you are right where you want to be. I am remaining as well. I am nearby. This place will not be remembered, and the memory of everything that started this can finally begin to fade away, as the agony of every tragedy should. And to you monsters trapped in the corridors, be still, and give up your spirits. They don't belong to you. For most of you, I believe there is peace, and perhaps more, waiting for you after the smoke clears. Although for one of you, the darkest pit of hell has opened to swallow you whole, so don't keep the devil waiting, old friend. My daughter, if you can hear me, I knew you would return as well. It's in your nature to protect the innocent. I'm sorry that on that day, the day you were shut out and left to die, no one was there to lift you up into their arms, the way you lifted others into yours. And then, what became of you? I should have known you wouldn't be content to disappear. Not my daughter. I couldn't save you then. So let me save you now. It's time to rest, for you, and for those you have carried in your arms. This ends, for all of us, in communication.
Watch. Yeah.
Congratulations on completing your work week. We apologize if your situation wasn't presented to you in a completely honest fashion when you first started, but it was important that your intentions and actions be genuine. Here at Fazbear Entertainment, we value fun, family, and food. But more importantly, we value our commitment to atoning for past mistakes and tying up loose ends. Thank you for your participation. There is no need for you to return to work next week, as Fazbear Entertainment is no longer a corporate entity. Please accept this certificate of completion. Goodbye for now, and thank you for taking this journey with us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Huh? The credits. Oh, I've never been so happy to see credits. This game has been literally postponed since like January or something around there, bro. Like, this game has been on the await to being completed for a good minute. So you said going to depth about the fire Mangle? Yes. So Mangle was not in a fire. Mangle was just dismantled by kids back in, like, you know, the FNAF 2 days, which came before 1. And we can literally go watch a damn timeline on this for like the next hour or something. But like, when you want to go in, like, you know, depth and everything, the lore, yes, the lore. This is before the new game. What's the new game again? Security Breach. This is like right before Security Breach. Not right before, but, you know, before Security Breach. And this is after all the other games. That includes FNAF Sister Location 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe. Definitely before, after 4. I feel like that's a shit score. So what happens if I continue? Does it just restart me on the same night? Yes, it does. This is near the end of the timeline. Exactly. Well, in Breach, going down a hole with Freddy and seeing Paolo, Funtime, and animatronics together. Yes, that is literally in here. You go look at damn security breach, and the room looks exactly like this with these two stands here. Obviously not none of this stuff, but all excuse me. All these animatronics are there. Number one crate there. All right. Let's go. Yeah. Everybody cheered for nice. You should play the game where you jump the little toy Freddy and have to land on the thing and just say, yeah. I wish I could. I wish I could. But yeah, let's go into speaking of the whole FNAF bullshit.
So,
Literally. All these shits, bro. That ain't long. It's a whole 28 minutes of the lore. Part 1 and part 2. But I'm pretty sure y'all didn't come here for me to watch no video. I watched the lore of Stream Trap. Not gonna lie, it's disturbing. It is. Very. So. Oh God, please. I'll watch the lore. Bob, I know you would. No lore. That's 1 and 1 right there. But I'm giving it a good while before I play another FNAF game like this bull. Because I still literally have every other one to play. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 sister location. Ah. We have Ultimate Custom Night, which is, I ain't doing because now you should challenge Dark to finish the games. Exactly, finish the FNAF games. I should. You know what? Let's call that motherfucker right now. Oh wait. We're calling him right now. He probably don't even know I'm live right now. Watch him be a douche of a friend. No, let me stop. Motherfucker probably got shit going on. But DMs, I will look at DMs, bro. Trying to make sure my damn monitors are looking good. Is he not gonna pick up? Not gonna pick up? Not gonna pick up? Guys, I don't think he's gonna pick up. But you know what? Since I don't want this stream to be short, and even if I go play this other game, I'll go with the request. Let me look at this video first.
William Afton, a good, happy, and noble man.
I'm here, bitch. Oh, Dirk! How long have you been here? Probably just got here. My request is in the DMs. I seen the request, and I'll think about it.
Wake up!
Huh? What's wrong?
Calm down. Everything's
Wow, 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 wow. Mega loser, lol, lol. Do you know the game? I don't know the game, which is why I'm hesitant about playing it. Foer. Forward. All right. $2 minutes. Exactly, bro. He don't even be watching me anymore. I'm in nearly every single one of this man's streams, bro. But he can't even come say hi. Let me stop. All right,
In this video, I present to you an
Bob,
unbiased
this is
Five
for
Nights
you.
at Freddy's timeline, using only evidence and proof that we've gotten directly from Scott Cawthon himself from the games and some books.
I don't feel like doing that shit, bro. I ain't gonna. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We beat the game. Yes, we did that in like the first 30 minutes. So now I'm trying to help Bob understand where the fucking mangle shit types. Hopefully this motherfucker
everything you need
explains.
to know about Freddy to help protect his daughter Charlie, just in case he picked up. In this video,
Okay.
I present to you an unbiased. Sometime in the 1970s to 80s in Hurricane, Utah, Fazbear Entertainment was founded by two entrepreneurs, William Afton and Henry Emily. Which really quickly I want to point out, these aren't the only two people working in the entire business throughout all of these years. There are definitely unnamed employees in the background of these locations. These two engineers created a diner called Fredbear's Family Diner. The diner would have probably been completely, absolutely fine on its own, but they came up with an idea of springlock suits. These were a 2-in-1 type of suit, one side being that these suits can be wearable costumes by employees, by the springlocks holding the endoskeleton in its folded position, allowing employees to be inside. But another side to these suits is that they can be animatronics performing for customers automatically, by having its endoskeleton in its usual position. Although, quick disclaimer, too much water or moisture inside of the suit while it's in its folded position may cause it to
Answer the call. Shit, my fault, bro. You good?
My voice kind of fucked.
Aw, shit. We got a sick one, boys. It's fucking fly,
Yeah.
bro. Ghostbusters. So what the fuck are you doing? Minecraft? DVD? Overwatch?
I'm not getting on DVD too.
Oh yeah, you said tomorrow. My fault. You ain't got to do shit.
You know what?
We can just sit here and talk.
You know what? This is what we're gonna do. This is gonna be our stream.
Motherfucker, I've been streaming for like 40 minutes.
I know.
Okay.
I'm finna show you.
All right. What are you?
No,
what are you gonna say?
Don't
No,
end
I'm
shit.
saying, what is you gonna show me?
Give me a minute.
All right, then I'm gonna continue watching this video.
Spring into its usual / performance position. The first two Springlock suits they created were Fredbear and Spring Bonnie, both with a golden and purple color code. This location was probably successful.
Tell
with the
Dark
new
I said,
addition of
"Where's
these Springlock
Wendy's?"
suits,
question mark.
so Fazbear Entertainment
Fuck
created
you, Bob,
a new
I'm hungry.
location, Freddy Fazbear's
Wow.
Pizzeria.
He
This
said,
location
"Fuck
featured
you, Bob."
4 animatronics: Freddy Fazbear, Bonnie the Bunny, well, Rabbit, Chicky the Chicken, and Foxy the Pirate Fox, all with an Endo 01 version of the endoskeletons. This caused them to create the Fredbear and Friends TV shows, and Toys and
Damn,
Masks,
Faz
both
got
based on the
another update? What the
animatronics.
fuck?
Around this time, Henry created an animatronic called Security Puppet, created purely to help protect his daughter Charlie, just in case anything goes awry. But one night, the Security Puppet was trapped inside of its box by a group of bullies, bullying Charlie by leaving her outside. This night, William Afton, not gonna assume his motives by the way, murders Henry's daughter Charlie in the back alley of... where? Fredbear's or Freddy's? Although not 100% confirmed, it seems as though Charlie was killed at Fredbear's Family Diner, thanks to the ultimate guide written by Scott Cawthon himself, mentioning so. But either way, William drives away from his first murder, while the Security Puppet goes outside to Charlie, only for her to be given new life, possessing the puppet animatronic. Sometime after this, William Afton wants to kill more, so he creates circus-themed funtime animatronics and puts them in his own location, Circus Baby's Pizza World, under his side company Afton Robotics. His daughter Elizabeth seemed to fall in love with Baby and wanted nothing more but to see her with her own eyes. but William wouldn't allow her to do so, as these Funtime animatronics were made to specifically lure, capture, then kill children. In order to help them do this, Circus Baby has an internal ice cream dispenser, Ballora has deter and misdirect remote activation, Funtime Freddy has both group coordination and voice mimicking, and finally Funtime Foxy has parental voice replay and variable scent release. Although being told not to, one day Elizabeth goes to see Circus Baby.
Where did the other children
I could have
She
teleported
realizes
something
she's
dark.
on her
That's
own,
crazy.
only for Baby to capture her, murdering her in cold blood. This would lead Elizabeth to possess Circus Baby. This incident caused William to close Circus Baby's Pizza World. William's youngest son has a massive fear of the animatronics, his brother Michael tormenting him night after night. He ends up having his birthday party at the diner with
shit,
other
still
kids being
fucked up.
invited as well. Which
That's gonna determine what we do real quick.
PlayStation, yes. I'm gonna need to get a new one. Bro, this lore is dark. Yes, he's kind of, going over the main important parts, so he's not really going into depth about, all of this shit. Because right now we are zooming. I think the video that I watched from this guy was like a whole hour.
Which, by the way, it seems like he didn't organize himself, as the day of the birthday party he's seen literally crying on the floor,
Oh,
only
goodness.
to be picked on and picked up by Michael and his friends. They carry him to the stage and put him inside Fredbear's mouth as a joke, and they're all laughing, but their laughter ends as soon as Fredbear bites down and crushes his skull, eventually causing the death of the bite victim, causing him to possess Fredbear and causing Fredbear's family diner to close. Now,
Yeah,
there's
he
only
is
one
zooming.
location open. Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. Fredbear and Spring Bunny are retired to this location, put into a safe room from any regular employees. William is just out of his mind at this point, so he gets into the Spring Bunny suit and murders 5 children at the pizzeria. And not all at the same time, by the way, because he murders
Dark,
a girl
check your
with blonde
DMs
hair named Susie
from
by
Bob.
luring her away from the arcades, claiming her dead dog is still alive and to follow him. William stuffed these
You know I'm
children
in
into
chat,
the
you ain't
main
saying
5
nothing.
animatronic suits.
Awful.
Gabriel gets put into Freddy, Fritz gets put into Foxy, Susie into Chica, Jeremy into Bunny, and finally Cassidy into the Golden Freddy, who at this point is a rundown Fredbear suit. This became the infamous missing children incident, but the puppet, now possessed by Charlie, ends up giving new life to the children, making them possess the suits their dead bodies inhabit. And I just want to point out real quickly, we aren't too sure how the spirits work, but it seems like some just possess the animatronics like the core 4, but some others are more powerful, like the puppet being able to give new life, and Golden Freddy teleporting and doing unnatural things. But anyways, back to Fazbear's Entertainment, and they shut the first Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria after an abundance of children went missing. A few years later, Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, but new, opened. Fazbear Entertainment decided to let the old withered animatronics reside in the back room, and they just
use them for parts now. The idea at first was to repair them. They even started retrofitting them with some of the newer technology, but they were just so ugly, and the smell.
Dude, the spring locks
kids'
go off
dates.
due to blood, sweat, or leaking water. Yep. And that is how you know who
literally
died.
the smell of dead kids. Anyways, this new location featured a new variation of our favorite characters, this time as toy animatronics. These toy animatronics featured the new Endo 02 endoskeletons. They had new advanced mobility that allowed them to walk around during the day, and finally they also had a facial recognition system. This location also introduced Balloon Boy and featured the return of the puppet from the previous location. Once again, Golden Freddy and Spring Bunny were also here, just in the safe rooms. Throughout only a few weeks' time, kids just couldn't behave themselves and kept tearing Mangle apart. Staff having
See, right there, Bob. Kids couldn't behave themselves and they started tearing Mangle apart.
to
That's
put them
what
back together every
happened.
shift.
Not that
Eventually,
fire.
they just stopped trying and left them as some kind of take apart, put back together attraction.
One day, William took the Spring Bunny suit from the back and killed another 5 children, leading them to possess the toy animatronics. Thanks to the second missing children's incident, the toy animatronics
Have been acting very unusual, almost aggressive toward the staff. They interact with the kids just fine, but when they encounter an adult, they just stare.
This is when the infamous Bite of 87 occurs, killing the day shift security guard, causing them to lose the frontal lobe of their brain, making the day shift available, leaving Jeremy Fitzgerald no reason to be there during the night. Just to pause here for a second, Jeremy Fitzgerald is highly likely to be an alias for Michael Afton, although it's not actually confirmed. But we can assume Fritz Smith is Michael Afton because he is fired for the same reason of FNAF 1's security guard, who we know as Michael. More on that in a second. So it would kind of make sense, although just letting you know now that it's not confirmed. Technicality aside, Fazbear's Entertainment decided to close the second Freddy's because of this incident, scrapping the new toy animatronics completely, destroying their endos and unwillingly freeing the children's souls, only keeping their animatronic shells, which we'll see later. Fazbear Entertainment had hopes of reopening someday with a much smaller budget, only keeping the original characters. Reopen they did with another Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, only with a main for animatronics. This location was smaller with a corresponding budget. Michael Afton worked as a night guard under the alias Mike Schmidt, but in late 1993 the company was running out of money from their already small budget, and after a year-long search for any buyers, companies were unwilling to be associated with Fazbear's Entertainment due to its history.
The ones that killed Purple Guy? Elaborate on that. The spring lock is what killed the Purple Guy, aka fucking Springtrap, yeah.
This is when the final Freddy's shuts its doors. But Circus Baby's Entertainment and Rentals, an underground location founded by none other than the murderer William Afton, opens up a while after
the unfortunate closing of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
The fun
Alright.
will be rented out for private
What up,
parties
Doodle?
during the day, which is why they require
Bob's
a
question.
technician to get the
yes.
robots back in proper working order before each following morning. The oldest son, Michael Afton, is
How you
sent out
doing,
to this
Doodle?
location to find and put Elizabeth
Also,
back
who
together.
got a PC right now? Oh, well, who's in front of a computer in chat?
Hey, yo, chat. Who's in front of
I
a
wanna call.
computer?
Who's on a computer and who's on a phone and wants to play with me at night real quick? That's going to really answer this question.
Bob,
If
okay
not,
person.
If not, then this is going in a different direction.
Bob and okay person are there. So get them
From
links
Circus
or whatever.
Baby. It is
I don't
worth
have a
pointing out
phone.
that it's unsure how or why, but William seems to have full knowledge of Baby being possessed by his daughter, and with that knowledge, William begins experimenting with Remnant
Who's
to
willing
make
to
other
play
fun times
on
alive.
stream?
But
That's
quickly,
the
what is
next
Remnant?
question.
Well, the simplest
I'm
answer I can
always
give you is
here.
that Remnant is the
Ah,
aftermath of the
Because
souls of the
what I
children
sent you
mixing
is
into
just
the metal,
some
which that
bullshit.
metal is then melted and conserved in a container of some kind.
I was gonna
And then
stream
later
that
on,
one
that
day, but
liquid
I
is then
gave it to you,
injected
so-
into the animatronics.
He said
to make
what
them become
game?
sentient and self-aware. However, if the temperature is too
Wanna
high, the
play
remnant is
some,
destroyed and its effects are
Gartic
neutralized.
phone?
Anyways, William snuck into the most recent,
I have a
yet
phone
now
and
abandoned
computer, so
Freddy's
I'm up.
and began dismantling the main
So
floor
is that
animatronics
galactic
night after
phone,
night,
Gartic
stealing only a few
phone?
parts of their endoskeletons. Not the entire endo,
Either
by the
way.
way. In fact, he outright leaves the shells behind
my
in order
phone.
to get parts of the original missing children's remnant and then injecting the fun times with it. He goes back to probably retrieve his spring body suit, we aren't sure, only to be trapped inside the safe room by the
I play
spirits of the
Gartic,
missing
but
children.
I ain't
He
got
gets
a
into his
phone.
spring body
That's
suit
crazy.
to either regain their trust / trick them or
Yeah,
an
what
attempt
game?
to frighten them. We don't
Gartic,
know.
let him know,
But thanks
bro.
to the water
Bro, y'all trying to play Gartic with me and Nice? If not, I need like 4 people, bro. 4 yeses. That's the
leaking
only
from the
way I'm
roof and the
playing.
moisture in the air, the spring bodies fail, causing the suit to spring from its
If
forward
not,
position
I
into
gave
its
a
usual
game to
position,
Nice that y'all
impaling and
probably
crushing
enjoy as
William
well.
from the inside. Back to Michael, and he's found Elizabeth.
So is
also
either
Circus
Nice
Baby,
streams the
and
mystery
she
game
herself
that I gave
explains
him, which knowing Nice, he's not gonna fuck. Nice is kind of retard special. Shell, he's not gonna finish his game.
Why not Scribble.io?
It's the
Scribble.io is
same
better,
game.
bro.
It's the same game. It don't matter.
What's a garlic? Bonnie, hello. I'm another ding dong on YouTube. Hopefully this is good. Ah, if you're here for gameplay, we already finished the game. Now I am helping my boy understand the lore of all this.
how she murdered his sister, but it
you
seems
do
as though
shit.
she
Oh,
doesn't
okay,
actually
sweet.
know who
Ah. So, if you want, subscribe, leave a like. That's pretty much it. Oh, yeah, Dark. Bob told me to challenge you to the other games. That you need to finish the other games.
I'm not racing to do those.
Not racing. No. I will subscribe. Thank you, Bonnie. I'm not saying racing. I'm saying you need to finish the other games.
I know.
That
I've
you
already told
literally stop
Yeah, I
on
already
damn
told you
night
when I'm
7.
doing it. Night 7.
FNAF 1.
Bro, I'm not fucking doing that on console, bro.
Buy it on the computer then.
Bro, if somebody donates,
Since I'm a
fucking
consumer
FNAF,
and you
I'll
are the
do it.
manufacturer.
God damn it.
What Dark think of that business card? Oh, what'd you
I
think,
like
Dark?
it, Bob. That's gonna be my background.
You heard it here, folks.
If somebody ever
Elizabeth.
gifts me Nitro, bro, that's gonna be the background to the server. I liked it.
By the time Michael went down for his 5th night,
Thank you,
all
Bob.
the fun times scooped themselves in order to
If
form
Bob
the
will
remnant
also like me
amalgamation
too, I
known as
can
NR.
show you
Michael
one
was tricked
clip.
into the know
Or
who
something.
Elizabeth
All right, Dark, hold up,
was.
bro.
By the
Let
time
us
Michael
watch
went
the
down for
rest,
his
like
fifth night,
8,
all
9,
the
7
Fantines
minutes
scooped
of this video,
themselves
bro.
in order to form the remnant amalgamation known as Enard. Michael was tricked into the other side of the scooper and Enard activating it, scooping Michael with the remnant machine, removing his organs and literally clearing out his body in order for Enard to enter it and take control. Think of it in this way: the animatronics have an endoskeleton and a shell. Enard is the endoskeleton and Michael's body is the shell. Have fun with that thought. But before we continue, I need to mention the fact that Circus Baby now knows about Elizabeth and remembers it thanks to being injected with Scooper's remnant earlier that night.
Circus Baby has already been here today.
And we know she
That floor
remembers
is
because
like
ever
trying to
since
figure
this
out why
event she
we
mentions
exist. For real.
remembering William and
Isn't
Most
this
of it
why
just
you
doesn't
came
make
here?
sense.
To be with her again?
showing Baby knows Michael and his intentions. And finally, Baby mimics Elizabeth's voice to try and trick him.
Isn't this why you came here? To be with me again.
All this to show that Circus Baby is now aware. After Enard took control of Michael's body, they left the underground and finally stepped outside with their own free will. They walked around using Michael's body, but
Dark
in
needs
reality,
FNAF
he's
1 on
dead. They've
PC, I
removed his
swear.
organs. He's just a walking puppeted corpse. So his body began to decompose more and more, until eventually the body must have been unusable and Enard just left Michael's body. But thanks to the remnant injection and encouragement
Like I said,
from
bro.
Baby, I really don't know if
Give
that
me a
did
bunch of
anything, but it
PC
seems
games,
like
y'all.
she just wanted her brother to
Fuck.
survive, which further proves that she now knows about
Whatever y'all
Elizabeth
see on
and the
PC,
connection they
just
have.
send it
But I
on my
really
way.
don't know if that even helped reanimate his corpse. Michael now possessing his body instead of inhabiting it. Enard had escaped into the sewers, and the multiple spirits ended up having an argument.
Disappears
with each
into
other.
thin
But Laura,
air.
Funtime Freddy, and Funtime Foxy decided to kick Circus Baby out of Enard. The running theory that Baby was being too controlling as the strongest spirit. But anyways, this causes Baby to become independent as Scrap Baby, and the remainder of Enard becoming Molten Freddy. Anyways, Michael was just kind of wandering around for a while.
Living in shadows.
But he kept having nightmares
Hey,
during
we
this
need this
time,
damn
probably
DLC.
due to his regret and guilt of unintentionally murdering his brother. And we know that his mind wasn't very nice on him in the slightest. He hears the phone guy's call from
He
the
wasn't
side of
lying.
Freddys. He saw ivy drips and flowers. Much
What
like
did
the
he
ones
say? He said
probably saw in
disappears into
hospital.
thin
He sees
air.
nightmarish and murderous versions
He
of
wasn't
the
lying, he
animatronics,
just
and the
dipped.
animatronics would attack him the same way they would while he was a security guard. But honestly, it's been
Bruh,
a long
I'm
time
16
since the
cents
Freddy's
short
location was opened.
giving
So in
FNAF 1 to
2023,
Dark.
30 years after the last ever Freddy's was shut, Fazbear's Fright opened up. A
That was
horror
a
attraction
joke.
put
Who said-
inside of
who's
an
finna
amusement
send it to
park.
me?
This location was based on the events and rumors of Freddy's past, and for the
Bob.
owners to cash in on the
Listen.
franchise's reputation, they found a bunch of old animatronic parts to put into their location. And after scavenging the abandoned locations, they eventually found Springtrap, who was
It
inside
wasn't
the
a
wardrobe
joke.
safe room. Does Springtrap look familiar? Yep, it's our good old William. This means two things. One
Who
being
is
that
saying that?
William and his
Bob.
suit have been
Because I'm
running
not gonna
away
happen.
and stuck in that dark safe room for 30
really
years
want
with
me to
no
replay
hope of
FNAF
escape. The
1?
second being that they're dumb. They're just stupid because
I
now
can hear
William's
you.
back. But don't fret, because
That
our
is
good
good.
old Michael, who somehow hears
You
this
just
location,
disappeared,
comes
Bonnie.
to work at the location as a security guard for what honestly seems like the third time at this point. Michael ends up successfully burning Fazbear's Fright to the ground, trying to finish William off. Eventually, the owners went and sold anything they could salvage from the fire at a regular public auction. Oh, Henry, I forgot about him. He's been a bit distant from the franchise since his daughter died, but he's back. He created a new location called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place, luring the remaining
This is
animatronics
where-
to the building using a device called Rust.
This I literally
Wait,
just
where's
finished
the
this one.
Puppet, and who is this? Henry created an animatronic called Lure, Encapsulate, Fuse, Transport, and Extract, or Lefty for short, in order to lure the puppet out,
I'm
catch
very-
it, and
very
transport
well
it to the
still alive.
location. After
I'm
finally
only a
having
figment
all the
of your
animatronics
imagination.
trapped and
Maybe
Michael
you were
in the building,
dreaming.
Henry sets fire to the
Oh, wow.
entirety of the underground system, destroying all of the animatronics and freeing all of their souls. Freeing Michael from, well, his own body. Freeing Elizabeth from Scrap Baby, Charlie from the puppet, the missing children's spirits from Molten Freddy / the Fun Times, and finally wishing the literal worst for William Afton, freeing himself in the process. One event I wanted to quickly acknowledge is Happiest Day, which you might have realized I missed earlier, but that's because, to be honest, that can be moved to take place after FNAF 3's or FNAF 6's fire. All it
Maybe
really
my
changes is
experience
the meaning.
because you
Putting
are
the after FNAF 3 shows the main
dreaming.
parts of the missing children's spirits resting with the puppet
Oh,
masters
no.
falling slower, hinting at unfinished business. But putting it after FNAF 6 shows the missing children and the puppet resting once and for all. Not much difference as you can tell, so where it takes place is really just up to interpretation. But no matter what, the missing children are now freed, besides probably the most powerful spirit, Golden Freddy, which at this point had two spirits inside of it, Bite Victim and Cassidy. And here in Happiest Day, we only see Bite Victim's spirit being released, meaning there's one spirit left from this entire franchise, Cassidy. Cassidy traps William in a prison of his own creations. Whether that's purgatory or an endless nightmare is unsure. but she keeps him there, tormenting him endlessly, until she's talked to by Old Man Consequences, which we have no idea what that is. Like, what is he? Telling her to go and rest and leave the demons to his demons. Cassidy within Golden Freddy twitches away, fading into the darkness. Whether that's representing her still being unwilling to rest by twitching, or representing her finally resting with her fading away is unsure. Speaking of unsure, we don't know how long after the FNAF 6 fire this occurs, but Fazbear Entertainment hired an indie game developer to create a video game series based on the myths and rumors of Fazbear's Entertainment's past, which at first they lied about, saying they were just an employee gone rogue. They created a delivery business
I
and began to
hit
work on a
the
virtual reality
transition
game,
button,
but after
transaction
receiving
button.
and scanning
Uh-oh.
real animatronic code from the old machines, the development team started to run into a few problems, a few glitches, starting with Jeremy beginning to be taken over by an anomaly, a glitch in the game which ended up driving him crazy by seemingly entering his mind, only for him to cut his own face off with a guillotine paper slicer in order to stop the anomaly from taking control. After this death, Fazbear Entertainment was scared that they were going to retrieve a lawsuit, but like they always do, they continued either way. Tape Girl ends up taking over Jeremy's work, picking up where he left off within the first development team. Vanessa is assumed to be the main protagonist of FNAF Help Wanted, coming from the second development team, only to be taken over by Glitchtrap. After this, Vanessa goes to therapy for a while. The delivery service and VR games were a massive success. Fazbear Entertainment opened up Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex, and the rest of FNAF Security Breach plays out, and we're done. Until another FNAF game releases. As you can tell, the last bit there was a bit speedy simply because we don't have everything yet. We don't know much, and the story of Security Breach as
And
well
especially since that DLC is coming out, we don't know what else is going to be added or what happens. At that point, a lawsuit is the least of your
between
worries.
VR and
For real.
Security Breach is continuing to be unraveled. The books and the movies are separate universes, and although the books don't actually take place in the main game universe, they help us understand the concepts and ideas of how this world of FNAF actually works, such as things like Remnant, two shells sharing one body, etc. But I will add that although the main book trilogy and the Fazbear's Fright series aren't canon / don't take place in the game universe, the one book that it is canon to the game universe is the Survival Logbook. Quickly listing them off here, the other companies and brands
LOL,
in the FNAF
nice
universe,
is
which
FNAF,
we know
that's
of
the story.
are Silver Parasol Games,
Ah,
the
yes.
first development team for the VR game, Chica's Party World, El Chip's Fiesta Buffet, Handyman's Robotic and Unit Repair System, Fizz Time Pop Incorporated, Marty's Plungers LCC, Wacky Warp
I
Paste
saw Boo Boo.
Incorporated, Lally's Lollies Incorporated, Flo's Glossy Floss Incorporated, and finally, Juniors, maybe. Or we don't know if it represents a previous FNAF location or is just its own thing. We really don't know. For some reason, no one can solve Juniors, although we do know that it takes place later that night. Okay, that's...
Alright, that one I can clarify. Juniors is the FNAF 2 location to where William was banned by Henry. How he couldn't go inside is because literally the whole premise was Henry doesn't want anything to do with William. That's why he goes home all mad. This, that. See, told you, Nice was in the game. El Chip, fuck you. But yeah, that's pretty much it, dumbed down. And literally, I have a whole video of me just going over the glitches. Or not the glitches, the damn secrets to the game. There's her gravesite. There's Juniors.